Today on This Week in Football, we show you how the Metrodome got caught in a snowstorm, which coach is suspended for the rest of the season, and we will give you all the best picks for you NFL fans out there. Hi, everyone, and welcome to This Week in Football. I'm Erica Renee Davis, and please welcome my co-host, Darren Dodge.
Hey, yo.
Yo, Darren. And Cody Swan.
Yo.
Cody, we're twins today.
We are.
Twins in the blue.
You copied me.
Except my blue's not for Florida. My blue's for California.
My blue's for traveling in warmth.
That's right. You're traveling tonight.
Yes, I am. Taking the old red eye.
That's right. Well, guys, we're going to start off the show talking about some news, and then we're going to ask our bookie, the Weaze, all about the spreads, all about the lines for the upcoming games. But first, I want to remind all you guys out there that this week we launch our live streaming service with YouTube. Yes, a lot of fun. So, guys, you guys can now watch us This Week in Football live at youtube.com/thisweekend. And you guys can also watch all of our past episodes there as well. Now, guys, don't forget to follow us on Twitter at TWIFootball. You guys can always email us questions or comments at football@thisweekend.com. All right, guys, we're going to start off with some news.
Huey Lewis.
Lots of fun news going on this week, starting with that crazy collapse of the Metrodome in Minnesota. Now, I asked Andrea, who is manning the chat room tonight. She's from Minnesota, or she's from North Dakota, but she kind of claims Minnesota. Why is that dome built so poorly that that was even a possibility for them to have a snow collapse during such a major time? And Andrea corrected me, saying that this has only happened twice in like 35 or 50, whatever, 40 years or so.
It's happened once before.
It's happened before. Exactly.
What is wrong with these people? First off, when they built it, I mean, like, it's in Minnesota?
It's in Minnesota.
You know it's going to snow.
They're too busy ice fishing. Come on, I mean, give them a break. They have
Ice
important
fishing.
things to do, like ice fishing and penguin wrestling and all sorts of
Andrea, tell us in the
that.
chat, do you guys actually ice fish, whatever that is, in Minnesota?
Oh, don't you know?
Well, let's look at the video, guys. The video is crazy. I was watching the video this weekend when the actual dome collapsed, and I was like, is this a movie? Show the video. Let's look at it.
Snow leaking in the roof, and the roof collapsed this morning.
Seriously, like, imagine had that happened, with a stadium full of, 70,000 people, or imagine if people had started coming in for the game. I mean...
Through the roof.
Coming
through the roof.
Seriously.
Parachuting in.
Brett Favre ending his career in the snow.
Well, which is really interesting because with the whole Metrodome collapse, Brett Favre actually had another day to bide him some time to see if he was going to play or not. But as we all know, his 297th game was played, and he's not on this consecutive starting streak anymore. And on his website, he was selling footballs for $499, commemorating his 297th consecutive game winning streak or starting streak. So the streak is over, and he's now selling autographed footballs to commemorate the event.
From what I understand, all proceeds go to his Wrangler jeans.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm pretty sure that's
Or
right.
his flaccid penis.
Oh, wow, the penis.
Couldn't go one episode without mentioning that.
I had to get it in there.
That's funny. Well, a couple of weeks ago, guys, we told you that Gruden was going to be the new head coach in Miami. And we were pretty positive, according to our resident bookie, the Weaze, who's on the phone. What's up, Weaze?
Pretty positive. Isn't it like being a little pregnant?
we were a little pregnant with the idea that Gruden was going to be the head coach in Miami. But as we know now, Al Golden is now the new head coach at Miami. Weaze, what happened with the Gruden situation? Can you divulge that information to us?
From what I heard was everything was set to go, and Gruden really wanted his younger brother, when he stepped down, to be head coach, and Miami would not give in. So as far as I know, that was the deal breaker from a done deal. Everything worked out even with the assistant coaches. So even though you think you hear it and you think it's for real, till you see it in writing, nothing is for real. But I think it was a good signing for the Hurricanes.
Really?
I mean, really, Al Golden's coming from Temple. I mean, I know he helped Temple to go to 2 back-to-back winning seasons, which they hadn't had since the 90s until he got there. But I just feel like Al Golden, I mean, can he be competitive at that level? University of Miami has a long legacy of being competitors, being winners. Can he really help that team go back to the prominence that they once had?
He built up a team in Temple that would win 1 and 2 games a year to a winning team. Now you have Miami, who has all the talent and speed and plenty of players to recruit. And let's see. I mean, I think he was much better than a lot of candidates out there. I would have liked Gruden, or if not, Connecticut coach Esel. But we'll see. Definitely better than keeping the same former players that aren't proven. At least this guy's a proven winner. So let's give him a shot.
Well, let's give him a shot. And also, Florida's giving Will Muschamp a shot. University of Florida, Cody, has a new head coach. Urban Meyer, I guess, is having either health issues or family issues, or maybe just issues with having a losing season. Cody, with the little,
we didn't have a
losing
losing
buzz in your
season.
pocket.
Let's get that right. We didn't have a losing season. But one thing that we said is I don't think that. I don't know. Al Golden's a weird fit in South Florida.
Yeah.
Man. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. But at the same time, Weaze made a good point that he's a proven winner, which is one thing that Muschamp is not.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
He's never been a head coach anywhere, and he's got all the pedigree and all the credentials you could possibly want from someone, except for the fact that he's never been the head guy at a program, which always makes me nervous and would make me nervous as a fan of a team, especially after the Ron Zook fiasco. He was never a head coach, and he had the pedigree of being a great assistant in college, a good assistant in the NFL, and he was just too much of a, I don't know, he lacked leadership skills and he lacked intelligence enough to be the head coach of a major football program. And you just don't know how someone's going to do until they actually get that job. So, Muschamp's an SEC guy.
Yeah.
I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But at the same time, I have a twinge of fear.
Yeah.
Just because you don't know what's going to happen.
I think also the Jets strength and conditioning coach has a twinge of fear too, because he is now being fined $25,000 and will be suspended for the rest of the season for an intentional tripping of defensive tackle Nolan Carroll during the Dolphins-Jets game on Sunday. Which is crazy because, I mean, I agree with the suspension. The fine is a little bit steep for someone who probably doesn't even really make that much anyway. But it's crazy the lengths that coaches even are now going to cheat. I don't know. Are we surprised?
Well,
why do you look at me when you say cheat?
Yeah, I'm looking at you.
Did you hear what Zach Thomas, former Dolphins linebacker, said?
No, what did he
say? I think I read this, that he said that it looked like the Jets were the players were setting up a wall to sort of screen it from being seen. Oh. Which... If there's, that sounds ridiculous.
Yeah,
the fact because it looked just like a spur of the moment type lapse of judgment type thing. It didn't look like this thing was like planned or anything.
I didn't even see it, man.
But if that's true, that is crazy. That's bad. That's bad.
Well, talking about the Jets, let's go ahead and start talking about our Jets versus Steelers pick. Now, I'm just going to preface this whole Ask a Bookie segment by saying that these are some really weird, crazy matchups and picks and spreads and lines that we have to look at this week. So I asked our producers if I could just not make any picks because my picks have been so bad, but they said I have to still pick. So let's start off with the Jets versus Steelers pick. Weaze, what do you have for the line on that one, and let's hear your take on it.
Pittsburgh's a 6.5-point favorite against the Jets. Jets, me and Cody have been saying all year, very overrated. Caught up the last 2 games where they've lost pretty bad. Now the line's catching up. Vegas has taken a beating the last 4 weeks. Favorites are covering at a record pace, and Vegas doesn't like it. So this week it looks like the lines are a little bit inflated. So I think it's a very good week to take the dogs. Pittsburgh has no reason to be favored by 6.5 points over the Jets. Like we were saying, I think these are the 2 most overrated teams. And now you're giving me 6.5 points. I guess we're going to start. The Jets is actually one of the picks I'm giving out as my top 2 today. So I'm definitely going with the Jets plus 6.5.
Said the same thing
Okay,
earlier.
okay, so Darren agrees with you.
Yep.
And, I have been an advocate of Mark Sanchez all season long, saying that, okay, he's a young quarterback, but he's good, he's resilient. But these last 2 weeks have shown a lot about not only him, but that team as well. So I have not completely given up hope in Mark Sanchez and his abilities to lead the Jets possibly one day to a Super Bowl, but I'm going to go with the Jets on this pick too. Darren has the Jets.
Yep.
Cody?
I'm going, like we said, I agree. The Jets, Steelers, and I'll add the Eagles to that mix are the three most overrated teams in the NFL this year. But like I was saying before the show, I'm predicting an absolute collapse for the Jets after this. Like I think their season is done. I don't think they'll win another game the rest of the year, and I think this is going to be a blowout. I think that this has end of season game written all over it for the Jets. I like Pittsburgh to win in a blowout,
Wow.
and it's not so much Pittsburgh. I think that the Jets are I think they're cooked.
Okay.
Well, yeah, me and you were arguing about this earlier before the show. Like, I don't see them dying right here and now, man. I think that they still have a good shot at, the rest of the season, dude. I don't think you can just count them out that.
I think this is it. I think they've taken a beating against two, division rivals the past 2 weeks, and they've sort of been exposed. And so they have. I'm looking at their schedule right now. They have Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Buffalo, and I don't think they win any of those games the rest of the way out.
We'll see. So, Cody, you have the Steelers.
I'll take the Steelers to cover
Cody
the
has
6.5.
With the 6.5. And
Wow.
Darren and I and Weaze have the Jets. And, guys, don't worry. We're going to hold Mo to his picks, too. He's actually already given us his picks, so we'll post those on our blog notes. So make sure you follow those as well. Now, moving on to the Lions and the Bucks game. Tampa Bay's coach said at the beginning of the year that they were one of the best teams in the NFC. And they are. I mean, we laugh at them. We laugh at how young and, I guess, inexperienced Josh Freeman is. But somehow the Bucks keep getting wins. The Lions got a really good win. Well, a good win is, I can't really say good win. They beat the Packers. So I wouldn't know what to say about this game. Weeze, what do you think about the line, the spread? What do you have for this game? For the Lions at Tampa Bay.
Lions at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is a 6-point favorite. Lions with their third-string quarterback have played pretty well the last couple weeks, while Tampa Bay squeaked out a win last week. Sort of faltering a little bit as of late. I think it's a lot of points, and the line really shouldn't be that high, so I look for Detroit to cover plus the 6 points.
Wow, okay. That's a scary one. Again,
Yeah.
a lot of these picks are really scary this week. I mean, Tampa Bay is playing good football. Should I say good football, or are they just they're barely getting by?
In my mind, whenever I see the Detroit and Tampa Bay, it just immediately goes, two teams that suck.
Oh, but
It could be a good game.
But Tampa Bay's, they're 8-5 right now, so they don't suck that badly.
yeah.
I mean,
The thing that stands out for me about this game is the Bucks are 1-4 against the spread this year at home. So they're playing at Raymond James again. I think it's like we said, it's an inflated spread. I'll take the Bucks to win on the field, but I think the Lions will get under the point spread. So I think they'll get in there. So
Cody, you have the Lions. You have Tampa to win on the field, but for the spread, you have the Lions. Okay.
I have the Lions.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the Lions too. Darren, you guys make sure you get the face that Darren's making. The face that you just made at me, Darren, was priceless. I have the Lions because I just think that, as we said, their third string quarterback is really stepping up to the plate. And I think that win over the Packers is going to be maybe just the adrenaline rush that they needed to kind of keep their minds, I don't know, whatever. I'm picking the Lions.
No, the Lions are choke artists. I'm going with Tampa Bay. I'll even take the spread. I think they'll definitely win that by
Oh,
at
boy.
least 7.
Weeze, if I'm wrong on this Lions pick, I'm going to be upset at you. Just want to throw that out there. All right, guys, the Jets. Back to talking about the Jets again. So they have a strength and conditioning coach who's suspended, and they have a big game against the Steelers this upcoming week. Steelers, Jets, Weeze, what you got?
Steelers, Jets, which game?
We just went over this one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I went back. I was like,
wait a minute, didn't we?
I went back. Oops.
Wait a minute. I'm
Pretty sure I was like, don't discount the Jets.
Oops, Weaze.
We'll just we're a broken record.
I know,
just
sorry guys in the chat room. I clearly had a brain fart. Okay, just kidding. Moving
And it
on.
was a smelly one.
And, yeah, it's the whole room would stink from my brain fart.
Andrea, that was not my head buried in my crotch in that one, so don't even blame me.
Okay, guys, let's move on to San Francisco at San Diego. My bad, guys. San Francisco at San Diego. Thursday night game. San Francisco basically demolished the Seahawks. I mean, Seahawks aren't really playing great football, but
No one in the NFC West is.
nobody's playing great football this season. I don't know what's going
Someone
on.
with a losing record is going to get into the playoffs. Mark
Pretty
it down.
much,
That's
pretty much.
ridiculous.
That is
so
ridiculous.
absurd. And they're going to get a home game. They're going to
Yeah,
get
it's
a
not going to
home
even
game.
be a wild
Yeah.
card.
That is so stupid.
Yeah,
that is so stupid.
God.
But look, I mean, so San Francisco has moved from starting Troy Smith back to Alex Smith. Singletary has so much faith in his team. I think the whole organization has faith in that team. The fans have faith in that team. Mo has faith in the 49ers.
Yep.
This is a hard one to pick too. Phillip Rivers and the Chargers, they are 19-1 in December. They don't lose games in December. They've lost one game in December since 2006. And then San Fran, they're not really a good road team. So that's a hard one to... Could be an easy one to pick. Weaze, what do you have for that?
San Diego's a 9-point favorite. I mean, probably a good line, maybe a little inflated with the amount of favorites covering lately. But San Fran should give a little bit of a battle. Like you just said, everyone's still alive in that division, so they will be playing with a little bit of hope. But San Diego needs a victory as well. Since I have to pick it, I think the underdogs are due, so I will take San Francisco +9.
Okay.
I'm with you. I think that line is big. I think the Chargers are not the team they've been. I think San Francisco's sort of coming on, and like you said, they still have reason to play. I mean, obviously San Diego does too. They're still alive in their division race. But I think that's a big line.
That's way too big of a line.
That's a lot of points. I'll take the Niners.
Andrea's, I guess, a hometown. Well, she likes to pick the hometown
San
team,
Diego.
so she's picking San Diego. Chat room, you guys let us know who you guys like.
Do they have are they in a dome? Because watch out if they're in a dome.
Andrea, you're the bad luck for NFL teams. I'm just kidding, Andrea. I'm just giving you a hard time. But guys, chat room, let us know who you like, San Francisco or San Diego. Which of the Sands do you like? I don't know who I like. I like San Francisco.
I mean, with that line, that's just way too many points. I mean, unless like the Chargers really go off and have like a stellar game,
Which they could.
They could. I mean, but I just don't. That's way too big of a line. I got to go with San Francisco. What just happened?
Andrea's talking. She's talking mess about me. I almost said something very inappropriate. Andrea's talking about me in the chat room, saying that her record is better than mine. You know what? You're right, Andrea. Okay, so I have San Francisco. Darren has San Francisco. Cody has San Francisco. Weaze has San Francisco, right?
Too many points.
All right.
That's a lot of points.
All right.
Yeah, Vegas is. I don't know what they're thinking on this week.
What about the Green Bay New England game? Now, Tom Brady and Wes
Again, too many damn
Welker
points.
and Deion Branch have been on a roll. Like, Tom Brady and the Patriots are playing the best football ever. Now, I have to say, and the Patriots, because, you know, every other media outlet talks about, oh, Tom Brady is doing so well. And he is, but it's a team effort.
Oh, yeah.
That whole team is really just doing phenomenally, much better than they were doing like 5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers is questionable. Weaze, let us know if the line reflects Aaron Rodgers actually playing, or will it change once we know if he's cleared to play? What's going on with the Green Bay situation?
There is absolutely no line out on this game. With Aaron Rodgers is Green Bay, so you're talking about New England's going to be a big favorite, even with Aaron Rodgers playing. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, New England could be a 20-point favorite, the biggest line all year. I mean, if there's no Aaron Rodgers, you can forget about the way New England's playing. Vegas going to make this line so high, people will be scared to bet it. But I haven't seen a line all week, and I don't look for them to put a line out till they know for sure if Rodgers is playing or not.
Okay. So I think we initially had a line, I think, of 10.5, but you're saying that line is not correct, right?
That is correct with Aaron Rodgers playing.
With Aaron
That
Rodgers
is
playing, the
about
line
right.
is 10.5. So should
Without playing, I would look for it to be close to 20.
Where the hell are they getting
I mean,
these
they are
lines?
Well, I mean,
pulling these
Weaze is
numbers-
right. Aaron Rodgers is Green Bay. I mean, he is their offense. I mean, it's
Not much of one.
That's true. That's true. I mean, look. I mean, again, like you wouldn't normally pick this game, right?
No.
Like
No.
not without knowing if Aaron
Yeah.
Rodgers is going to be in or not. But I say for the rules of this contest, we set the line at 10.5. If he doesn't play, the game's null and void, and we
All
just
right, I hear that
scratch
much.
it.
Yeah.
So at 10.5, I'll take the Patriots. I'll take
Okay.
the Patriots, which is that's a lot of points.
I know, that's such
But
a big
they
spread.
they are 9-4 against the spread this year.
But no,
and they have
seriously,
been
though.
rolling lately. They have been rolling.
But 10.5 points with Aaron Rodgers playing, like Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's done wonders for that team. I don't think that you can say that a team, even as good as the Patriots.
It's supposed to be snowing in Foxborough. I'm just telling you.
it's
I mean, so the Packers don't have experience playing.
no,
in?
Well, no,
the
but
Patriots
it's
just, like,
Foxborough.
yeah, they just
Like, I've been there, man. That place has such an electricity about it when the Patriots are out there. Yeah, like every drunk in New England's just cheering.
yeah, they're all like staying warm on alcohol. It's crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, so with-
everybody brings nips in, dude. It's great. It's like, I love Patriots games.
Yes, we know this. You're the Patriots fan of the century. So with the 10.5 point line, we're gonna say Cody's picking the Patriots.
Yep.
If it changes, we can go back in and change our picks, I'm assuming. I mean,
Either way, it's too many damn points.
Because if Matt Flynn is playing, come on, look how horrible Matt Flynn did. He was he was 15 of 30 for 117 yards or so. I mean,
Pick six.
Yeah,
That was pretty bad.
that was very
Pretty
embarrassing.
bad.
Okay, so I just got word that we cannot change our picks, even if Matt Flynn, the worst quarterback in the league, next to Tavares Jackson, even if he's under center, we can't change our picks.
Well, I'm safe then.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Because even if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, that bodes
Yeah,
well for
okay.
me and my picks.
Okay, so I'm going New England as well.
Yep.
Wow.
I think you know what my pick is. Going with New England.
New England. And Weeze, you have
I'm going with Green Bay.
Oh! How many times will you be wrong in a row, Weeze? Do not bet against the Patriots.
You're taking the underdog on every single game.
Yeah, how'd last week work for you, buddy?
Wait, hold on. No, let Weeze state his case. Weeze, why are you picking Green Bay with a doubtful Aaron Rodgers and even with a healthy Aaron Rodgers? Why are you picking Green Bay?
Because I still don't know 3 people on New England's defense.
Okay, that's fair, and I can't say that I know them either. But they don't have to have a defense. Look what they're doing on offense. Like they don't have to have a defense. Tom Brady's been out there just throwing gunslinging, footballs all for the past 4 weeks at least. I mean, I don't know.
He got his knee back.
Oh yeah,
That's the thing,
it's the
man.
magic knee
No, really, like he was a little.
and the supermodel wife.
Yeah, well, hey, that doesn't
That
hurt.
helps, yeah,
I can't
I'm
wait
sure.
for them to make a baby. It's gonna be the best looking person in the world, no matter what it is.
He's going to have a lot of hair.
It's just gonna come out shining.
Yes, with a $2 million Victoria's Secret bra.
Oh, nice.
Well, if it's a girl. Okay, so Chicago at Minnesota. Minnesota. Monday night football game. Now, the Monday night football games this season have been a little bit lackluster. You had the blowout of the Redskins by Philadelphia. You had the blowout of Jacksonville by the Titans. It's just been not a lot of fun to watch Monday night football this season. So I don't expect for this one to be any different. I expect for this to be a very lackluster, boring game. It might be played at the University of Minnesota football stadium. It might be played in Hawaii. I don't know. I just made that up. So who do you got for this one, Weeze?
Again, there is no line on this game. Like you said, they don't know where the game's being played. They don't know who's going to be quarterback. So there's no line. Do you guys show an early line?
Well, our early line right now is 1.5 Minnesota.
Which that would be if they play in Minnesota, which we know it's not happening. I look for Chicago's definitely going to be favored in this game, wherever they decide to play that game, whether Favre starts or not.
Now, right now, we're being told that the game will be played at TCF Field in Minnesota, which I believe is the University of Minnesota football field. Is that correct, Andrea?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So the game is going to be played in Minnesota.
Okay, so we know where the game's played. We still don't know who's going to be quarterback. And like I said,
Not
even
Favre.
with it being outdoor, after Minnesota's lousy performance.
Horrible performance.
And they used
Horrible.
to playing inside.
So I would love Chicago if I'm getting 1.5 points, if that's what we're going by. But I look for that line to be totally different by game day.
Yep. Yeah. I'm totally with you, Weaze. I think Chicago, after, that tough loss against the Patriots, I think that they're definitely
Thumbs up.
Yeah, I think that they're definitely going to come back and just beat the crap out of the Vikings.
I think that Chicago, too, has to redeem themselves.
Yep.
I mean, Minnesota, is it going to be Tavares Jackson? Is it going to be Favre? Is it going to be, who's their third string? Is it Webb? I think the third string even got in this past week. I mean, who knows who the quarterback is going to be on any given Sunday in Minnesota. I'm going Chicago, a confident Chicago, too, actually.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And my pick is not a vote of confidence for Chicago. It's a lack of confidence in Minnesota.
Good point.
They've been eliminated from the playoffs. They have no shot. They've been displaced from their home. The bowels of the Metrodome collapsed on their season, just like the talent collapsed on their season. So I really think this is it for the Vikings. I harken back to that stupid Minnesota-Dallas game where everyone said who's going to be eliminated, and I said it doesn't matter who wins this game, neither one of them is going to make the playoffs. And since that game, it's been downhill for both teams, and it'll continue to go downhill for Minnesota. And I like Chicago to win pretty big. I'd say by at least 6, no matter who the quarterback is or where the game's played.
And it's really weird, though, because Chicago looked terrible against New England. They looked terrible. So it's really weird we're picking them to maybe blow out the Vikings. Maybe it's not so weird.
How's my Super Bowl pick looking?
Who is your Super Bowl pick?
Atlanta and New England.
Atlanta's looking great. New England's looking even greater. And Weeze, who do you have for the Chicago-Minnesota game with the 1.5 points given to?
I'll definitely take Chicago.
Yep.
Okay. So it's a unanimous
Finally a good
Chicago.
pick out of you,
Yeah.
Weeze.
On the set, it's unanimous Chicago. Now, Mo and Andrea might be picking the Vikings. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh, Andrea picked Minnesota. She's letting us know right now.
Oh, but a man with some sense, Mo picked Chicago.
And Mo picked Chicago. Okay, very good. Very good. Well, while we're talking about...
Who did the Metrodome pick?
The Metro-
it's on the IR. I'm sorry. I forgot. It doesn't get to pick.
You're hating on the Snowden Metrodome.
Look at Andy. She dying to be on this show, just messing with us through the box. Like,
You don't get to say.
oh, I picked it right.
You're from North Dakota. You don't get to say y'all. That's reserved for the people that are born below the Mason-Dixon line. I'm just telling you. You cannot say y'all.
But it can't go past, where's the cutoff? I'd say New Mexico, but California, no. Can't do it.
Y'all.
I love the fact. I love saying y'all. I love it. It's a great word.
Yeah.
Y'all, let's look at our host picks right now. Okay.
I love it.
Okay, so let's go from worst to first again. And worst would be yours truly. But I'm doing better. I mean, I improved 2 games. And I'm proud of how I'm improving. And Cody, you're right there with me, 5-12. Erica and Cody are 5-12, twin shirts, twin records. There you go. We like to keep the theme.
Yep.
Then you have Weaze, who's at 6-11. Weaze, what do you have to say for your 6-11 record?
Don't
Explain
pick
yourself, Weaze.
Don't pick against the New England
This is the
Patriots.
worst 4 weeks of my life. I lose every week. The gamblers are winning. The favorites are covering. All I can say is Vegas doesn't make a living with the gamblers winning, so it has to turn. It will turn, and it will start this week.
Yeah.
Take the dogs, other than that Chicago line, and gamblers should finally have a really good week if you're following my picks.
Okay. That's Weeze's explanation. Then we have Darren Dodge at 7-10.
I'm not proud of that. My record should be the best on
Hey,
this
if
show.
you were the NFC West, you'd be going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
right?
no,
Heck yeah.
Give me the trophy.
Well, you almost get the trophy, but Mo and Andrea have that 9-8 record, so they have the trophy.
She's fixing her picks.
Yeah, you got. Okay, listen. So Andrea is manning the chat room. So Andrea's not on set with us when we make our picks. So what we believe here at This Week in Football is that Andrea puts in her picks after the games have been played.
I know.
Look at her. She's just trying to fight us from the box.
That's what we think.
It's convenient, isn't it?
that
I want the picks on the table right now. Let's see them.
I'm giving her a hard time, guys. Andrea actually does. She's playing fairly. I'm being a sore loser. But next week, we will do a little bit better with our picks, I hope. Or I hope I do anyway. And Weeze hopes that he does. I think you and I agreed a lot more today than we did last week.
I'll be able to pick a lot clearer when I'm in God's country instead of this smog-filled land of LA.
Yes, Cody will be joining us via Skype because he will be going to the other side of the country. All right, guys, and we're off next week, actually, and we will be back in 2 weeks. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Happy holidays, yes.
Happy holidays, guys. And since we're not going to be with you guys next week live, make sure you go follow us on Twitter at TWI Football. Also, sign up for our newsletter on thisweekend.com.
Are we still going to pick games?
Are we still going to pick games next week?
Might as well. We all got each other's emails.
Yeah.
Might as well. Yeah.
We'll submit picks.
We'll pick some games next week. We'll put them on our Twitter. We'll put them on our YouTube blog. We'll put them, underneath our episode. So make sure you guys check back with us next week to see what our picks are. Weaze, are you still there? You want to tell the folks bye and good luck or whatever? Peace out. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Good luck. Let the dogs roll.
All right, guys. We will be back with you guys in 2 weeks from tonight. Happy betting and happy holidays. Woo!